It's sort of translatable as senior and junior, but the expectation is that because you are... I mean, you see this a lot in shows set in high school, but it's also present in their working environment.
To try this.
20-minute mark! 20-minute mark! Okay, continue.
Yeah, excellent!
Alright!
What is this? A lever on a floating thing. Sure, that's the most efficient way to have a pool control system. Totally. What the hell?
Here's the door. Let's go.
Alright, anyway, yes, Senpai Kohai. It's a Japanese culture-specific type of relationship. That crab bot is tough. But the way it works, and like I said, it's something you see in high schools, in work environments, all over the place. But it's because you are the older person, you sort of kind of take somebody under your wing. You're expected to look out for the people who are under you, kind of. It's, I guess, almost like a role model thing. You are expected to be a role model for the people younger than you. Ooh, helicopter. Quick, somebody sabotage it. Oh, yeah, that looks nasty. And it's in red, so you know it's bad.
Now, if this is a robot factory, there's probably a computer in charge. We need to find that computer and shut it down.
Yeah, that looks like it might be the trick.
Like this, you mean? Twister, you're a genius. Hey, you don't have to tell me. We'll need to find a way past these electric floors. I've got an idea. Just might be able to build ourselves some kind of robot and use it to get past those zaps.
Well, I think I vaguely remember this section, actually.
Their spare parts.
Yeah, I think I kind of remember this. If I'm remembering this correctly, this is actually pretty awesome.
Would you like to do it then?
Sure. Cool. We'll just go ahead and keep going. I need to save. We did just save. Alright. Just gotta reorient myself to the controls here. Oh, wow, okay, that's electrified. I totally didn't realize that. Wow. Ow.
Now, I know you already answered this, but I wasn't really paying attention, so I was in the middle of talking about something else as well. Why is it that we instantly think of a relationship as something
console
intimate?
initialized. Robot
oh,
press online. Conveyor belts primed.
It's because we're a very
Standing by.
euphemistic culture. We don't really think about things in a... We don't talk about things in a direct way, which is kind of funny considering that in most cases, we are actually a lot more direct than a lot of other cultures.
So we basically see things in black and white.
I wouldn't put it that way. That's...
Like...
I mean, we are still... Like, that's not what I was going for.
Like
we are still very, very focused on dichotomies.
Like, for
You
example...
think cats are the opposite of dogs.
Like, for example, relationship only means intimate. No.
Well, no.
That's what black and white is.
Revenge is sweet.
Crunch. It's amazing what you can accomplish with a basic wooden hockey stick.
You'll pay for that. Exterminate!
Health would have been nice, but okay.
No fair.
Camera controls in this one are a little wonky. Okay, there's no double jump. For some reason I thought there was. Okay, let's proceed with a little caution, shall we? Ooh, biohazard crates. That's reassuring. Oh geez, hi! Oh, there's a target lock. Fantastic. Oh, that is real helpful. Please be health. Please be health. Oh, that is not health.
They're not that dangerous. They can't shoot. They're close combat.
Very tanky close combat. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. I was worried I wouldn't make it in time. And a little bit of health. Fantastic. Yeah, like I was saying, we're very euphemistic. We try not to address, I guess, certain specific topics directly. Sex is one of those. That's why we have so many euphemisms for sex.
Excuse me.
What's a euphemism again?
A euphemism is a seemingly innocuous phrase that actually means something considerably less innocuous.
Ka-ching.
Like, well, kicked the bucket. Taken at face value, that's somebody kicked a bucket? Okay. But what we really mean when we say that is somebody died. Same with passed away. Death is one of those subjects that we're very euphemistic about. Death and sex, really.
I don't know. I know sex was one, but I didn't know death was kind of a forbidden apple thing.
Well, it's... Think about how many euphemisms we have for it. Kicked the bucket, passed away, bought the farm.
Bought the farm?
Yeah, that one's a bit archaic, but yeah. In a better place. The big sleep.
Those sound more like synonyms.
Well, that's kind of what a euphemism is.
Time to get busy.
Like, for example...
It's something you have to be kind of culturally trained to see.
Like, for example, these three words all mean the same thing. Understand, comprehend, fathom.
Yeah, but they also have different implications. A euphemism is like that. But I suppose you could think of it as a kind of synonym. But really, the idea is that a euphemism...
Excuse me.
A euphemism obscures the picture unless you know what it is referring to.
Okay, so, using the most obvious example ever, how is it used in sex?
Getting laid.
Okay.
Unless you knew what that meant, you would have no idea what I just said.
My friend told me that's because you have to, that came from because you have to lay down to do it, but not.
Well, yeah, I'm
not
sure.
really. You don't.
I can see how that would apply.
Well, we won't go too much into it, but basically, you don't have to lay down to.
Well, yes, but the traditional images of that.
No.
Okay.
Oh, and since we were on the death subject earlier, before I forget, condolences to Markiplier.
Oh yeah, he's doing better. He just released a few videos on that subject, so I'm glad he's doing better. That is a rough loss, man, and definitely condolences to all the families involved as well. I can't say I haven't really lost anyone personal to me to suicide, at least not that I can think of off the top of my head. I am probably misremembering something, in which case I'm going to feel very, very bad about it later. But I have been at that point. I have actually been suicidal before. Yeah. It is not fun. To say the least. And it is kind of a heavy subject for right now, so I'll skip past it for now. But I'll say, yeah, I've been there. I guess I just need to be at the right one. Yeah, whatever. And I have gotten past it. It is something you can be, but it is not... It wouldn't have been doable if I hadn't had a very solid support network. Okay, so there's our robot torso. Plus various other bits. Now we need the legs.
And not
in another section of the level.
And like you said, we won't go too much into it, but I think obviously it's a very serious issue. But I think in a lot of cases it can sometimes be a phase.
No, I wouldn't put it that way. You never feel suicidal for no reason. And it's not something I would describe as a phase. It can pass, yes, but it always needs to be addressed. Calling it a phase implies that it's something you can just ignore. Which, good God,
don't ignore it, no.
God, I love target lock. I don't know how I ever got through video games without it. Well, specifically combat-focused games.
Yeah, but not suicide specifically, just depression in general. I guess you probably want to see a doctor to make sure you're actually depressed or something.
Well, the thing is, though, mental illness really affects a lot of people, especially people who can't see a doctor and get an official diagnosis. For reference, though, the Diagnostics and Statistics Manual, which is what actual psychological professionals use to diagnose conditions, is available for free online. You can totally look it up in the DSM. Latest edition is the 5th edition. So DSMV, totally freely available online.
So I guess,
See, and that's basically what a trained psychologist does. There's a bit of other like stuff involved, but if they're trying to diagnose something, DSM is the first source they're gonna look at. Once you've described what you feel like your symptoms. Oh, ow.
Because I think it comes down, because I think, first of all, like, I think, yeah, you should find out if you are, because, like, for example, when I left high school, I was bummed about leaving my friends, and I thought maybe I was depressed, but I wasn't. I was just bummed.
Right. So I do kind of want to clear this up right now. Depression is not feeling sad. Depression, like,
I mean, I guess it's associated with it, but it's not.
Yeah, serious clinical depression is more of a feeling of emptiness. You feel incomplete. You feel like you can't be happy. You feel... It's kind of hard for me to describe. Which is funny, because I've been struggling with it for a long time, and I've only recently been getting better. Depression is something that just kind of sticks with you. It's going to stay there, and you can feel happy on occasion, certainly.
Like one of my friends was saying that when she left high school, she also felt depressed, but she used it in a very light manner.
Right.
Because she wasn't actually depressed. It's just...
Yeah. Well, that's kind of the issue I have with the language we use to describe stuff like that. Like, it's inaccurate to describe most feelings of sadness as depression.
If it helps,
and it forms a very inaccurate picture.
Because it might be different there.
Consciousness. This is also why I get really twitchy about people describing themselves as OCD when really they just like things in order. No, sorry, you're not OCD. Not unless you actually have a diagnosis. If you just like putting things in order,
like my number things with games. Yeah,
that's just organization. The thing is, OCD refers to an obsession and a compulsion. Unless it is a driving compulsion that you cannot get rid of or ignore, it's not really OCD.
But anyway, because it might be different where she is if it helps. My friends from the UK, so it might be a little bit different there. I'm not sure.
I don't think it's too much of a difference. Burger.
I needed that.
But anyway, on the subject of phases, which suicide is not, let's just change the subject, because I don't want to...
Right. We don't want to get too heavy. This is a rocket power game, for Pete's sake.
What are some phases that you've been through?
Well, I definitely went through a weeaboo phase. super obsessed with
Well, I
anime.
mean, like real life phases. Like for a while there, I was in a germophobic phase, and I was always washing my hands. I was always using sanitizer.
Yeah, that's understandable.
And there was once I had, you know how sometimes when you eat, you get like a, what's it called? You're not exactly vomiting, but you get like vomit back. You sort of like, what's it called?
When you overeat and there's like a
acid reflux, I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe next
I
time
had that
just
one
take
time.
the
I think it was
long
my
way
first time experiencing it, and for like a few weeks, I would not eat. I would only
so
eat.
That's two hard components.
I had that happen to me once when I was home alone. I got an acid reflux, and I had no idea what it was. So as far as I was concerned, I've never experienced it before.
Yeah.
So for like a few weeks, I would not eat. I mean, I still ate a little bit.
Yeah.
But I would not freely eat. I was afraid of vomiting.
Yeah. That kind of stuff is... Alrighty.
So have you ever been through something like that? Sort of.
There's actually a phase I had for a while, I'm gonna save here, where I actually avoided milk like the plague, because I made myself sick after drinking milk, and I actually played too hard and vomited, and I would avoid milk like the plague after that.
Do you remember how long it lasted?
A few weeks, I think.
Yeah,
Alright.
with me, well, actually it happened once again. Oh yeah, the first time I had an acid reflux, I just shared that. And then it happened once,
Trip shot.
and then it happened once more, but I was actually feeling bad. We had some cantaloupe, and my mom thought it tasted funny, but it turned out that it was bad cantaloupe.
Fun.
So I had some banned cantaloupe, and it didn't really make me, like, it didn't really make anything come out of either end. It wasn't, like, crazy that bad or anything. But it just,
Wow. I actually was shooting so much I got lag.
but it was just bad enough that I
I
didn't,
feel accomplished.
I didn't want to eat. And I ate
Right.
light, like, toast, and
You've always been pretty picky about what you eat.
and that lasted for a few weeks. But I think the first one, the one with the acid reflux, my mom actually took me to I think it was the second one, the one with the bad cantaloupe. It just made me not eat, and I just felt unenergetic and everything.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, whichever one it was, my mom took me to the doctor. My mom knew it was something serious,
Right.
but just to fulfill my needs, I guess.
Yeah, it's something to make you feel more safe.
My mom took me to the doctor, and she checked me, and she just said, start him on some light toast, and then move from there.
Yeah.
But the second one, I was actually, not feeling that well. Like, the cantaloupe, the bad cantaloupe actually somehow lasted me for quite a few weeks.
Yeah.
Even though it should have been digested within a day or two. So how do you explain that?
Honestly, I feel like that was partly psychological. It's just you... Because it seems to me, like, just looking over my memories, you've always been pretty picky about what you eat. And you're very, very basic in your taste. You don't go for anything super, like, fancy.
Example, when I go to Subway, only ham and mayonnaise on my sandwiches. When I go to McDonald's, only ketchup and mayonnaise.
Yeah, man. Only ham and mayo on the sub. You are selling yourself way short there, by the way.
But yeah, anyway, I was picky and...
Yeah, like... I'm not sure I could say why. Like, I'm not fully qualified to analyze you completely.
Right.
But I guess it's just because it's just a personal thing.
Because, like,
not even quite personality.
Because even though it was bad cantaloupe, it should have been cleared me within my system for in a few days.
Yeah, but it lasted with you. And you apparently just hated feeling sick, so that stuck with you. I can't say why you have such a visceral reaction to feeling sick.
Well, I
And
don't.
that's probably also connected to why you had that huge germophobic phase.
Well, when I had the germophobic phase, I was eating like crazy.
Well, yeah, but
The eating thing wasn't too bad,
but
but I just really,
I think it's connected. The two are connected.